Hey, what's up, guys? So, I'm going to be doing a little custom box here. This is for a order. We ordered three different pins here, and I'm going to create this box. Um, Line it with some felt, make a nice little section that it can sit in. Cool little box that can be put on the desk and that type of thing. So, just wanted to show you guys how we do that. So, the first basic step of it is we took some floral styrofoam and got it cut up into the proper size and everything like that for this particular project. The next step that I like to do when I do these is kind of lay out how I want my pins. I think with this one we'll just kind of do something similar to that. And once you kind of get them centered and about where you want them, each one of these pins are a little bit different in size. By the time that we carve the hole out in it and then put the felt on top of it, it won't be quite as custom fitted as you would love, but it actually looks really, really good. So I think that looks pretty good, about where we want it on this. So what I generally do is I kind of press the pin down just a little bit. And what that's going to do is it's going to give me a little bit of an outline on where this pin actually is hitting. And so I kind of know to keep, I need to keep this this generic outline going in some way, shape, or form here, leaving a little bit of a space for, of course, the felt to lay in, everything like that. So roughly that's where the first pin is going to be. We'll get ready to center this second pin. Looks pretty good. Go ahead and mash it down just a little bit to get an outline. We can see a nice little outline there. Just going to kind of darken in that outline so I'll have some guidance. So about like that. And that last pin. Good outline there. Alright, so it's probably going to get loud on the second step here, but what I'm going to do is I generally take my Dremel style tool here. I've got several different ones, but I have a cutoff wheel on this. And generally what I like to try to do is remove some of the styrofoam within that to let that lay down good. And one side note, styrofoam goes everywhere on this, so you definitely want to use a mask because it is not fun to inhale. Alright, so the mask is on. It's probably going to get a little bit loud with the Dremel tool, but you'll see where we go from here. we're going to check the overall shape on the first one here. That's looking pretty good. I do know this though, we need to enlarge it just a little bit because by the time that we add the felt into it, it's just going to be a little bit too tight. So we're going to make it just a hair larger. All right, I think that's going to look good. Work perfect there. Doesn't have to be exact by any means because the felt's going to cover our spots up real well. Check the sizing on this second pin. A little bit tight, so we want to enlarge it just a little bit more. That one's looking good. And let's check this last one. We'll need a little bit of work right in the center. It's still a little tight. Alright, so let's check it. Looking pretty good. I believe we can work with that. So next thing we're going to do is we're going to blow out all the excess dust here. air compressor is finally finished there. So usually what I do is I just kind of come in now with my finger and just smooth off any of the rough surfaces that I see that I don't really like. Again, it's not going to be seen whatsoever, but just want to keep that on there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a light layer of Easy Tack on here. This will help keep it held down real well. Alright, so I've pre-cut, and I'm hoping I didn't cut this too short, but I did pre-cut a piece of cloth that we're going to be putting in this. So the first thing we really want to do is kind of start putting this cloth down inside our holes, letting some of that Easy Tack set up. And then what I found works best for me so I take a popsicle stick and I start tucking my edges in. And you're going to want to go all the way around this and get the edges nice and neat and put in the way that you're going to want. Let's go ahead and put our first pin in. Second pin in. Third pin in, so we can kind of see what we're looking at here. And then depending upon how smooth you want it, sometimes it looks really good to keep some wrinkles in the material, but depending upon how smooth or wrinkled you want it, you'll tighten it up by pressing down the felt piecing into the side of the box. So this piece can take a little while. So you guys are welcome to watch along, but we're going to just start tucking all this felt in. Alright, so roughly we've got it all put in now to our corners. So what I usually like to do is just solidify everything and go ahead and put a little pressure on the pins and do a little tightening just to make sure it's nice and tight, tucked in everywhere like we want it. Here again, the design on this is I want to leave a little bit of wrinklage in it just to make a nice look. But any of the wrinkles that you don't want, you can obviously pull it out real easy and tuck it in. Sometimes what we need to do on some of this is like this sticky glue that we've already put on is actually beginning to set a little bit, so we're just kind of pulling up some of the wrinkles that we don't want in and just tucking them. That's beginning to look about the way I anticipated it looking. All right, we're going to hit it with a little bit of air again. Just to kind of get off any of the remainder of the styrofoam that we didn't want. Alright, so that is looking pretty good. I believe that is right how we're looking for it to be. So that is how I make a pin box, custom pin box like this, sit on the desk. There again, this is just a cool looking little box from Hobby Lobby. And then as you can see, just styrofoam that's put in, pins, and carving it out. So thanks for watching. If you got any questions or comments, feel free to let us know. Once again, we appreciate the subscribes to the channel. We'll see you next time.